Joe,
Max, we're
picking
back.
Thursday.
That's right.
It's
It
picking
is
Thursday.
Thursday. Wait, no, it's Friday.
Friday. Holy shit. Yeah. We're off to a great start. We're off to
Yeah.
a great start. Um, so let's start with the week 7 slate, Joe. Jets are on a bye this week, coming off a big win against the Eagles, going into their bye.
Loving it.
We have a great actually, I think this might be the most entertaining slate that we're gonna have this week.
Really?
At least matchup wise, I think it's like the most. I think it's like the best matchups we've had all season long so far this week.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the slate though. And I'm looking at it right now. It's looking these are some pretty good games that I'm seeing so
So let's
far.
start with Patriots, Males, Ravens versus the Detroit Lions. I'm gonna take the Lions in this one, Joe. I don't know what the line is because I'm just looking at the slate, but give me the Lions in this one against the Ravens. I'm not a big. There's something weird about the Ravens. They lost in Pittsburgh. I mean, that's like such a Mike Tomlin win
Mhm.
for them to lose in Pittsburgh. But I just I don't know. I really believe that the Lions are one of the five best teams in the NFL right now, and I don't think the Ravens are one of the five best teams in the NFL right now. They
I
beat a
agree.
bad Titans team last week, even though the Titans play hard. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that I think Detroit's better than the Ravens here.
I just choked in my water. It's all good. Um, Again, I don't believe in the Ravens whatsoever. Not whatsoever. I like, the Ravens, they're not legitimate. That's what I feel. That's my point of view.
Yeah.
I don't think the Ravens can pull this one out. I don't know why they're favored, but probably because they're home. But I'm gonna take the Lions on this one again. They're 5-1 right now. They're hot. Um, I think people underestimate them. That's probably why. Like that, like I feel like people are viewing the Lions as not legit contenders right now. That's what I'm feeling. I'll take the Lions on that one. So I'm. What do you think about the running back situation? What do you think the running game is going to be for the Lions?
Well, I'm more worried about the running game for the Ravens because JK's been out. I don't think the running game's been great aside from what Lamar always does, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But with Jordan Montgomery out with ribs, and I mean, it's time for is Jameer Gibbs going to play on Sunday?
It says he's gonna return. It says.
Okay, so I'll let Jameer Gibbs. I think they'll be just fine. I think they'll be just.
Would you take his player prop at all?
Um,
It's kind of hard to decipher. It
I'd take a
is,
touchdown.
yeah, because Ravens have a pretty good defense. Not gonna lie.
I definitely take a touchdown.
Okay, yeah, yeah. All right. So what game do you want to go next? Bills Patriots.
Yeah, let's do that. The Patriots are probably going to have a top 3 pick this year. They are playing like the worst team in football the last few weeks. No brainer. Give me the Buffalo Bills. I don't. If you watch football, I don't need to explain why.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go. I might go under in this game, under 40. It is quite a little amount of points,
The
but
Bills might put up 30 on them. And that's where
okay.
the under could take maybe a little bit of a like a
You know,
shake.
you've seen the Patriots. They scored one touchdown in a very like decent amount of games. I'm pretty sure at one point. I think they only scored one touchdown. Um, I'm not sure what specifically the stat is, but I remember when they scored with Zeke that they showed a statistic where they didn't score a touchdown in a very long time. So I don't if the Patriots are only limited to field goals, I'm thinking I'm gonna take the under on this one.
Okay. All right, that's probably not a bad bet, but imagine the Bills just cover the spread, cover the over under themselves and just put up like 45, 50 points on the
I don't
Patriots.
think I don't think they're gonna put up 45, 50 points. I didn't like what I saw from the Bills last week against the Giants too.
I
So
also like a Josh Allen touchdown in this game as well.
okay. The Bills could definitely bounce back, but they are playing a divisional opponent, division rival. Patriots typically typically play somewhat well against their division opponents, especially the Jets. But um, I think it's going to be not close, but I think it's going to be somewhat competitive.
And there's
It's
also
going to
been
be
rumors that Bill Belichick, that Robert Kraft, actually the owner, has had conversations about potentially moving on from Bill Belichick after the season. So that's going to be interesting to see if they end up with the top three pick. Is Bill going to be the one to um, potentially have a chance to fix that team?
I really think they should give Bill a shot to develop a new quarterback.
It's over there. It's
I,
over.
I really think so. I don't if Bill doesn't draft him and they actually scout for a good quarterback, what quarterback other than Caleb Williams would you think would be a good fit for the Patriots?
Drake May,
Yeah, you think
Michael
so?
Penix. I'm not. I don't like Caleb Williams. I
You
don't like
think
what
Penix
I
is
don't
going to
like.
go in the first round?
I don't like what Caleb Williams has been saying to the media. Um,
Yeah.
he kind of had similar comments to Evan Neal, except he didn't say burger flippers, but he said like everybody wants to be in these size 12 and a half shoes right now. And I'm 11 and a half, so he's a size more than me. So what the fuck are you trying to do, Caleb? You got small ass feet. Um,
Average.
I don't like Caleb Williams anymore,
I think so.
just because
But
of how he's been playing against the Colorado Buffaloes defense, and how, because the Colorado Buffaloes don't have a great defense, and Caleb Williams seemed to struggle against the Colorado defense. And I don't like how he looked against Notre Dame either. They made him look, they embarrassed him. I think he threw like two or three picks, right? Uh,
yeah, something like that.
so I mean, we'll see how the rest of the season goes, but I'm not a big fan of Caleb Williams as much as other people are.
I think he's going to the Bears for sure. That's my opinion. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be a bust per se.
All right, Joe. Washington Commanders, New York Giants. The Giants played well against Buffalo last week. Their defense looked a lot better than it has the first 5 weeks of the season. I'm gonna take the Giants here at home.
Yeah. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, I think the Giants are probably gonna go probably 5-11 or 5-11 this season, possibly. One of these wins could come from that. But my pick personally, I'm probably gonna take -3 Commanders. Um, the Giants did look pretty good last week, but their offense has to step up. Uh, Tyrod Taylor did not have a good game, in my opinion. And they should have won. They should have beat the Bills last week. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't believe in them whatsoever at all.
Yeah, I understand. This is pretty much a pick 'em. It's a divisional game in MetLife Stadium. The Giants play the Bills tough.
Yeah,
So
it's
we'll see
actually
how
it's
we'll
actually
see.
-102 for the -3.
Yeah, but
So
I'll take
that's
the
not
Giants.
bad.
I'll take the Giants in this one. I'll take the Giants plus the three.
Mhm.
Um, Falcons Bucks, Joe. This is gonna be a good game. Um, Falcons are coming off a tough loss to the Commanders last week, off a bad turnover by Desmond Ritter in the final minute. Um, Give me the Buccaneers minus the 2.5
Okay. I
at home.
personally think that it's going to be a game of field goals. Um, it's not going to be that high scoring. So I'll take Falcons money line. I don't know how to necessarily feel about that. I don't really like this game per
Yeah, I
se.
don't either. I like the way Baker's been playing. I know he got hurt last week. I think it was his finger, but I think he's gonna be good to go on Sunday, and I don't think that's gonna affect him too much because Justin Herbert played with a bad thumb, and um, although Justin Herbert didn't look great, I don't think it was his throwing. It wasn't his throwing hand that was injured. So I think Baker's gonna be okay. I don't know if it's his throwing hand or not. I'm still gonna take the Bucks anyway.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
take the I'm gonna take the Bucks. It's a low number for the over under too. It's 37.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I think it's not going to be high scoring.
Yeah. All right.
Because Vegas is most of the time right.
Well,
They're right on their lines.
sometimes.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, most
Yeah,
of
well, they know what's up.
the time.
I actually like this game. I like Browns Colts. That's going to be something. I don't know
Yeah,
what you're thinking.
yeah.
That's going to be a matchup for per se. Not the best matchup of the week, but I personally like it.
The Browns are coming off a energetic win to the 49ers in the last second field goal, a thriller. Um, on the road this week, Gardner Minshew. I have a hard time believing Gardner Minshew is going to look as bad. Another week with John Taylor getting his legs back underneath him.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the Colts here, money
Okay.
line. Yeah.
Don't underestimate Zach Moss too. He's been playing well.
Yep. Yep.
You know, he's
Yeah.
actually been producing a lot as a running back.
What are you?
What? Oh yeah. I forgot to take it. Probably gonna take -3.5 Browns. I think they're gonna build the momentum like they did last week
Yeah.
with that win against the 49ers, like
Yeah.
the best team in the NFL. They just beat. So, along with the Jets too, I think they're gonna do that. All these teams are on the rise, but I'm not rooting for the Browns, but I'm gonna take -3.5 Browns.
I feel like this could be a trap game for him. Deshaun might come back this week. He hasn't played in a few weeks.
True.
Um, he might be a little rusty. Um, yeah, I like the Colts. I like the Colts in this one. But this game could go either way. This game could go either way. Um, Raiders Bears, Joe. Ugly game. Tyson Badgett. Um, he's starting for the Chicago Bears this week, and Brian Hoyer, or I think Brian Hoyer is going to start for the Raiders. Or it's going to be Aiden O'Connell. My guess is Aiden O'Connell,
Yeah, I'm thinking it's Aiden.
unless they just don't believe in Aiden O'Connell anymore, and they
So it's
just
the battle of the quarterbacks at this point.
yeah. It's gonna be an ugly game. I'm gonna hammer the under in this one at
Yeah.
37.5, and give me the Bears money line.
The Bears did put up some points the last couple weeks.
Yeah,
So, and what's the Bears quarterback? I think he scored a touchdown, pretty sure at one point in the game too.
yeah.
Uh,
If
I might
listen. Also,
Raiders.
another factor you have to take into consideration: Devontae's already upset, and he's already probably could be asking for a
Oh
trade now. So,
man,
and I think Tyson Badgett's going to come in there and lead this team to a win this week against the Raiders. I really do.
man, this is tough. It really is. I'm
Raiders are a
thinking.
mess.
I know, but so are the Bears.
Yeah, but like
All right, I'll take the Bears money line on that one. I don't know.
yeah.
Where do you think? Okay, where do you think Devontae's gonna go, and which is the best fit for him if he leaves?
I think the best fit for him is with Aaron Rodgers in New York with our squad. Um,
I think so too, but I honestly think with. Do you think he's gonna get the same opportunity as like the other wide receivers on the Jets, like Garrett Wilson? Like, do you think? I don't know, because
yes.
I feel like Zach loves Garrett Wilson, and he loves throwing it to him.
Well, the trade deadline is when? It's end of is it middle of next month, November
Think
15th?
so. Think so.
November 15th.
Depending on how we're doing.
Aaron might come back beginning December. It
So
could be
like,
could
yeah,
it could make sense. It could make
maybe Aaron could do some tampering and could bring him in. I would
all
love
right.
that. First of all, like that would be amazing. I think if we brought him in for the playoffs, and if Aaron came back, that would be lethal
Yeah.
with Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson. He loves
Oh
both of them.
yeah.
Who's he gonna throw it to?
And
That's
Brees in the backfield.
Brees in the back. Like, come on, man. And then you
I
got you got
It's a
Xavier Gibson.
no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. No matter what team you are, no matter if you're the worst team in the league or you're planning to make a run like the Jets are, it's a no-brainer to make a call on Devontae. All 31 other teams should be making a call for Devontae Adams. It just makes complete sense for every team
Yeah.
to get a receiver like
And,
that.
and the Jets are basically the Packers too when it comes to wide receiver core.
Yeah.
Because you got Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, and then you bring in Devontae Adams.
Well,
That's
we have a
three.
little bit better receiving core than the Packers.
No, I'm saying like past Packers players were like basically the Packers when
Yeah,
it comes to that.
I know what you're
And,
saying.
and then you have Nathaniel Hackett with that offense back when Aaron Rodgers was MVP. That's going to be a lethal offense, and then you bring in Garrett Wilson into that offense.
Dude, it just makes too much sense for Devontae to be a Jet, doesn't it? It
Yeah,
just makes too much sense for Devontae to be a Jet.
and think about it. He went to the Raiders to play with his former teammate. Why not go to your other former teammate that you're best buds with? I don't think they have any bad blood with each other.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think so.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not
So
at
I'm
all.
thinking possibly either that, or if he wants to go to some place where he wants to get majority of the reps. Uh, I wouldn't go to a team like the Ravens or the um. I just drew a blank, but the Falcons, obviously, but where they're not going to pass him much, but
The Falcons need a quarterback.
yeah,
They're they're
teams
they're
like
a
that.
quarterback. They're a quarterback away from winning a Super Bowl.
Oh, the
Yeah, they
Falcons.
have way too much
It's
talent on
well,
that
they're
team.
young. They're
They have
young.
way too much talent on that team. They have way too much. Calais Campbell, Grady Jarrett on the defensive line, and they're
Kyle
only
Pitts. Yeah, Kyle
they're
Pitts needs a quarterback desperately.
Jesse Bates, AJ
Drake
Terrell,
Drake London's is underrated
Drake
too.
London.
It's just that he doesn't have a chance to shine.
Yeah.
So is that
Bijan, Cordero Patterson's still there.
yeah.
Let's move on to the Cardinals Seahawks. Wait, did you give your pick? Bears money. You said Bears money line.
Yeah. Well, man, it's really rough. I think I want to pick Raiders, man. I
Okay.
want to pick money line of the Raiders. That's what I'm gonna
Okay.
do.
All right. So Cardinals Seahawks. I think we're both on the Seahawks here.
Yeah.
Cardinals are a frisky team. They're like a fun team to watch, but they always lose. They just
Hmm.
don't know how to win games like that yet. They don't know how to finish games. So for that reason, they gave me the Seahawks.
Would you take the spread at 7.5?
No.
I don't think so either, but I was thinking about the over under total. I was thinking I don't see why not. I might just do over 44.5 on this one. It's tough, but I'm thinking just around there.
Joshua Dobbs looks good, man. If I was the Cardinals, I would not bring Kyler Murray back. I would just trade him for a couple of firsts.
I want to see what Kyler Murray does with that offense.
I no 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 no. It's done. He should be traded.
He really should be.
The
You
Cardinals
know,
should the Cardinals should usher in a new era. Like it's like I don't know
yeah.
where Kyler fits in all this. It's just awkward.
Once Modern Warfare comes out,
He's practicing again.
yeah, but he's not going to be practicing once Call of Duty or the next Modern Warfare comes out, and he's sitting on the bench for a fake injury.
Yeah, that iPad will have 0 hours of film on it.
Yeah,
Steelers Rams, Joe. Um, Give me the Rams
I was going to say the same. Rams.
minus the 3.
I'm assuming it's in Pittsburgh. If I'm
No,
not,
it's in LA.
it's in LA.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why. I guess I don't know. I don't know why the Rams are only favored by 3. I think they
weird.
should be favored by a little
It's
bit
weird.
more.
It's just it's because it's a Mike Tomlin coach team.
Yeah, I get that. And the Steelers have never had a losing season with Mike Tomlin.
Yep,
So, you take that into account.
you got to give them the
But
benefit of the doubt.
I think it's a new era. The Cooper Cup looked amazing last week. I think he's gonna still continue that success. And my fantasy team thanks him for coming back. I'm taking the Rams minus 3. Minus 3.
All right,
And I think
Joe.
it's gonna be close though.
This next game, I am really excited about because the Chargers always play the Chiefs tough, but it's in Arrowhead. I think this might be the game of the week with Tony Romo and Nance. Give me the Chargers. First half, first half. Oh my God, first 5 plus the half.
Okay. Um, Obviously I'm gonna take the Chiefs. Um, you know, Chargers just came off a tough loss. I bet you that fan, uh, that woman that was all over the internet would came home sad that night, and I feel like it's gonna be the same way. Chiefs are gonna humble them. Not that the Chargers need to be humbled, but I don't like the Chargers right now. I really
They
don't.
always play the Chiefs tough, though. They always play the Chiefs
It's
tough.
always it's always been a good game. That's what I'm saying. It's always been a good game, but I always believe in the Chiefs. I'll never bet against the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
yeah.
For me, at least. Except the one time I bet against the Chiefs. No, wait, I didn't. I did not bet against the Chiefs against the Jets that one time. That was the only time that
Just
I
should have
thought.
won that game, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
Packers Broncos, Joe. Um, Dude, I don't know why it's a 1 point spread and they're even odds on the line. That's a
It's
little weird.
yeah. It's more so a pick'em game.
I don't know why. Give me the Packers. The, the I
Well, the
mean,
Packers have been looking pretty bad.
it's
Not
the
gonna lie.
Broncos. Give me the Packers first 5 plus the half.
I know it's the Broncos, and I'm still picking the Packers, but
Yeah.
it's just it's rough these past few weeks for the Packers. But Jordan Love hasn't really been living up to expectations for me at least, leading this Packers team.
Yeah.
Obviously not like Aaron or Brett Favre.
With Jerry Judy's comments and pretty much I don't think he meant to do it, but he threw everybody that he worked with on offense under the bus. Broncos are dumpster fire, man. I don't see an end in sight for this for Broncos fans. Give me the Packers. Like
Yeah, and I think Jerry Judy's going to get traded sometime soon. I heard he was in talks with the
Colts.
Colts.
Yeah.
So that could potentially be a good fit with him and
That
Michael
would be a
Pittman,
good fit.
you
Absolutely.
know. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
Um let's go to the Monday night game first before we talk about
Yeah,
Sunday
and then
because
go to the and then go to the game of the year for me.
game yes, Joe. Niners Vikings. Give me the Niners. Niners are gonna bounce back against the Vikings. It's a loss here for the Vikings. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Kirk at the trade deadline. I don't think Kirk's gonna be traded because why would he want to cut $20 million of his salary out? So give me the Niners. And the Vikings have to look forward to the draft next year.
Yeah. And also, I don't think Kirk is going anywhere this season because, he's more of like a family guy and he does not want his kids to move out
Yeah,
so suddenly. So I think he's gonna play this upcoming year, or I mean this year. But is McCaffrey playing? I don't think McCaffrey's playing, right?
he's day to day, so it's not. Who knows?
It'd be interesting to see another game without Christian McCaffrey and see how the 49ers do. Um, and see how much of an impact Christian McCaffrey has to this offense. That's going to be the real question of that game. But I'm going to take the 49ers and I'm probably going to take -7. Although I might do an alternate line and make it 6.5 because 7, I feel it could definitely be a push if it comes to that.
I can see it come down to a touchdown.
Yeah, well, it'd have to be more than a touchdown at that point. So it
Yeah,
needs to be more than one score. So I might take 6.5. I might take the alternate. It's at -105 for -7. So I might risk it. I might just go a little bit more down just to make it -130. 6.5 is not too bad.
6.5. If you do the alternate spread, 6.5, they have to. I like the line. I like the line where it is.
That's up to you, but I honestly on that Monday I'm probably gonna take 6.5 for me.
All right. Um,
I might take Mason, whatever his name. What's the 49ers running back? Forgot his name already.
one of them is Mason and Mitchell.
Mason. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking of Mason. I was thinking Mason touchdown
Could be a good bet.
for me. I think it'll provide some value, and the Niners like to utilize their running back a lot. So
All right, Joe. So this is probably the best primetime game we've had this season to date. Dolphins Eagles. Eagles wearing their Kelly Green uniforms. The Dolphins should offset the Eagles voodoo wearing the Kelly Greens at home with their 80s uniforms or the 70s uniforms where they went undefeated. They should just like go old school.
yeah, they should.
Um Give me the Eagle.
It's tough, man.
Give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the Dolphins too.
Give me the Dolphins.
But the thing is, Jalen Hurts is not going to go up against that defense like the Jets did last week.
Yeah.
They definitely could have a bounce back game. It is on prime time. Eagles typically do well on prime time. Dolphins, this game, it's
Actually, I'll flip. I'll flip. Give me the Eagles. They're in the Keller Greens. They're
yeah.
at home. Yeah, I don't see the Eagles losing again like they did last week.
You're going up
But
against so the Dolphins, I'd say, is top 3 offense versus
oh
the
yeah, that's
Eagles
absolutely.
top 3 defense. So, you're going hand in hand with that. But Dolphins have a not a lackluster, but they no they don't have the best defense, and the Eagles have a top offense. So I might take the Eagles on this one. I'm definitely rooting for the Eagles, obviously,
Yep.
because we need a loss from the Dolphins at
Yep.
some point.
Yep.
If the Dolphins win this game, where do you see them in like the playoffs or in the future? Like, do you see them as legitimate
Well,
contenders for the Super Bowl?
they're gonna host a playoff home game because if they win this game, they're putting this as themselves in position to potentially run away with this division before Aaron Rodgers could come back in December potentially. Not to count out the Bills or anything like that, but I think the Dolphins are a better team than the Bills. So
What about the conference, though? Do you think they're going to win the conference? Because
I think the Dolphins could potentially be the number one seed.
because you got the Chiefs.
I think they're gonna win. I think they're going to win the division. I think the Dolphins are gonna win the
Yeah,
division.
yeah. I don't think
But
Zach Wilson's going to lead this number one to a number one division spot, but that's just me.
yeah, but hopefully Aaron comes back in December to make a run at it. But hopefully it's still gettable by the time Aaron Rodgers comes back. But yeah, but I think the Dolphins are going to be hosting a divisional playoff game. I do.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too. I think they're going to be number one for sure.
Um, I think that's everything, Joe.
Yeah,
If you want to talk about some playoff baseball,
yeah. I was thinking that.
Phillies
I'm
had a
looking
tough
forward
loss
to
last
it.
night against the Diamondbacks. In the ninth, bottom of the ninth, they Diamondbacks walked it off. Potentially a little jet lag from the Phillies last night, having to travel from the East Coast to the West Coast. I think the bats will be back alive tonight. So give me the Phillies first five plus the half, and then give me also give me the Astros against the Rangers tonight.
Yeah, man. I think that the Rangers are blowing it right now. This series,
Yep.
it's crazy. It's crazy to think. I don't think the Diamondbacks are coming back this series at all. I think the Phillies are still hot. The fans are passionate. If you go into Philly, you're losing. Um, I'm taking the Phillies that game. Uh, I like give me Stott to get a hit. Um, and then for the Astros, Jose Altuve's been playing really well. I like him to get a hit as well. I don't like the Astros, but I'll give them credit. They're a really good team.
I think it's gonna be another Astros Phillies World Series.
Yeah, I think so too. It's really looking like it right now.
Yeah. And I want to talk about my Rangers real quick. Um, got to get a win tomorrow night in Seattle. Got to
Yep.
get a win in that barn. You got to get a win in that barn against the Kraken. You
And the
have
Kraken hasn't been looking that good
to.
recently.
They got blown out against the Predators. They didn't look like they didn't even show up in their own fucking stadium in their own barn. So
Yep.
rough, man. It's rough. They're 2-2 on the year right now, and Kraken are having a tough year. They got their first win last night at 1-3-1. Um, we got to get a win. Got to get a win tomorrow night. Got to get a win. Not fall to below 500.
Yep. And I mean, it is the first couple few like 3 or 4 games of the season, so I wouldn't get too hung up on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
but we, I,
it's a long
it's
season,
important to
Max.
start strong. And this team has not. This team didn't show up last night. I was watching these guys. I was watching these guys fucking defend their own goal for like maybe the whole fucking game. Literally the
Yeah.
whole fucking game.
But I think you're overreacting at this point. But
I'm
my
worried.
my Devils are playing the Islanders tonight. Islanders are 2-0 right now. Devils 1-1-1. I'd like them to get a win tonight and show why they're Stanley Cup contenders over the Rangers. Obviously, I think
Well,
Devils supreme over the Rangers.
the Rangers are gonna turn this around. Um, and get a win. They're gonna prove it. They're gonna have a statement win tomorrow night. Say like we're woken up now. We're woken up, and we're gonna make a run at this fucking cup. All right. So with that, before Joe can say anything else, um, enjoy the football this weekend. College football game of the week: Penn State, Ohio State. I'm taking Ohio State at home in the shoe.
Yep.
Marvin Harrison Jr. touchdown. And yeah,
Marvin Harrison has been looking good. I mean, not Marvin Harrison. Penn State has been looking good though
yeah,
recently.
absolutely.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I mean,
Blowout after blowout.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is just he can like single-handedly win them that game if he wanted to.
I was hearing on the radio that they think it's going to be a defensive game.
Could be.
Typically,
It could
yeah.
be.
Well, for both of them.
We'll see how this goes. Enjoy the football this weekend, and as always, see you guys on Tuesday.